Well, hello there. It's that time again. Yes, it is. It is time for our weekly tarot and astrology reading here on this beautiful Sunday, March the 13th of 2022. And as usual, I am going to go over some Tarot de Marseille tarot cards that I drew at random for upcoming week, followed by some astrology. And as usual, it's going to be quite interesting, so please stay tuned. Okay, in a moment, 3 Tarot de Marseille trump cards are going to come onto the screen and cover my face. The cards that I drew at random for this week's reading from the CBD Tarot are the World, the Sun, and the Star. A beautiful message, beautiful cards. The World, we have a woman near naked in the middle of a wreath, surrounded and perhaps protected by 4 cherubic animals. Now, this appears to me to be a scene of protection and perhaps isolation. Okay, she's completely surrounded. She's stuck inside of this wreath. She's looking towards the left, which we could maybe say is the direction of the past. But then in the next frame, we have the Sun. So we have almost the polar opposite. We have relating. We have the 2 figures affectionately touching one another. We have the brilliance of the sun above them, illuminating and warming the scene. So perhaps we could say we go from a state of isolating or blocking to accepting help from outside of ourselves, to relating to another person, or, if more appropriate, relating to a particular project, whatever the case may be. But then we see in the Star that the lady is naked, completely stripped. She is pouring out the cups, which we could look at as the 2 people. She doesn't need that anymore. She's dispersing that. And the sun now becomes smaller, more concentrated above her head. And the yads, those colorful balls of light coming from the sun, they become an orderly realm of stars above her. So perhaps there's a new order that's established. After receiving some help, we manage to do things more on our own. We are able to establish a new order, especially perhaps mentally, organizing our ideas. So don't feel like you have to do it alone this week. Bouncing ideas off another person might be very, very helpful, or even eliciting some help. And then once you've gotten what you needed from that, you don't need it any longer. Everything will be clear to you, be clear to us, and then we can go ahead and proceed along our way. Okay, now as far as our astrology goes, our moon is waxing in strength, growing stronger. Okay, we had the new moon, I believe, on the 2nd of March, and the full moon is going to be more than a week away. We are still growing in strength. Good time for manifesting. Good time for attracting stuff. The best days this week for working are going to be Friday. The moon is going to be in a trine relationship with Venus, the planet that rules Friday. So if you want to do a love spell, you want to do something for creativity, establish harmony in the home, this would be a good day to do it. Saturday, ruled by Saturn, we have the moon in trine relationship to Saturn, another beneficial relationship. Saturn is good for things like housing, chronic issues, chronic health problems, or problems that you've had that have lingered for a long time. Anything relating to old people, the elderly, chronic conditions, these things are going to be helped in working with Saturn on Saturday. So that's a couple of good, strong days for working. Well, there you go. There is your astrology and tarot reading. Okay, short and sweet. I appreciate your support. I love you very much. Until I see you next week, many, many blessings.